What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Didn't have the light on. Don't have the blue lights on either. My gosh. We had an update to process. So here we are. And not a game update, computer update. So oh, audio check just came through. I thought maybe I was talking to nobody. Well, I can't put a cap on either. Man, we are just a mess tonight. That's okay. Things happen. I actually got to plug this in, otherwise it's going to die. So we need to make sure we do that. I'm getting better at being able to talk while I hear myself talk. That's actually a very acquired skill. And whenever you see any like news broadcasters, people like that, where they have a earpiece in and they can hear and still be able to talk, it's actually very difficult. But we're going to get this out. And that way we don't have to worry about it. We'll just put this down here. And that'll be fine. That's not going to be fine. There's at least one cat in here. And he will not abide that. You know, every time they do a new chapter and new update, this gets longer and longer. Tell you what, we'll go to big window while we wait for this to get done. Server transfer delayed. Guess time to hit the spice and the lock servers. Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about that. So we've been living under the threat of the server transfers for a little while. Maybe shouldn't say threat. That kind of sounds mean. But they said they were going to look into doing this, and they created a method for us to do it, and everything. And they've kind of been talking about it, and they said that it was going to be like they were going to announce it in early March. Then we had the servers that got locked, so that when you tried to transfer them to them, you couldn't see it. And you couldn't go to it because it wasn't accepting new applicants. And they just announced today that they have delayed that. So it's going to happen more in April. I don't know. I've been thinking that if, because, even though I'm a solo player, I am in a guild and we do things together. Excuse you? What? You come up here. Are you playing with the kitty and that's what happened? He get you? But we've been looking at a place to go, and I don't even have a Canon inkjet printer. You guys didn't see that. So, yeah, okay. It just popped up with a Canon inkjet printer update or something. Okay. That's scary. But so, my plan is to go wherever the group goes, and we've been doing a little bit of scouting and a little bit of preparation work, and now it's going to be delayed. And I'm contemplating whether or not I want to go ahead and institute a move and boom, just do it, get it done. That way, when it has to happen, doesn't affect me. I'm already there. Or whether to continue to wait it out. Do you not want to be in the room? Is that what's the matter? You've been quiet for like an hour. Just content and quiet. Come here. What are you doing? Come here, buddy. Yeah. You don't get by the computer. I don't like that. We don't like that. Good boy. You not want to be in here? Is that what's the matter? Mama won't be home for hours, but I'll let you go. Hang on a second, guys. Hey, we'll do this.
Dream of it. Amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad
You don't want
of
to be in here, you
paths.
don't have to.
My path saw the Imperium.
I guarantee you he's coming right back in.
In the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that
I started recording by accident, sorry. Uh, yep, Jizzy, same thing. Um, I told you, I knew he was coming back in. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You're, you're messing up everything. Come up here so at least everybody can see you. Come on. Come on, man. There he is. You on the screen? What are you doing? Huh? Let me shut this door because it's daylight now. Time change. It has to stay. Thank you. Okay, we got to do this. We're looking incredibly unprofessional. Right? Love you. Um, but yeah, so I get you. I get you. Busy. That's I'm thinking about just do it, get it over with. Um, I don't like living under the fear. In all honesty, though, I mean there are some reasons to stay on a low population server. You do have a whole lot of freedom, and as other people are leaving, it just gets better and better for you. But I spent a lot of time preparing for what I thought was going to be happening right now. There's not much more preparing than I can do. Um, so I'm just gonna like run around and do silly stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards wanting to just rip the band-aid off and go. We're gonna think about that. Probably by Saturday I'll have an answer as to what I'm gonna do. So let's talk about where we are right now. This is, believe it or not, a deep desert base. I usually build on the shield wall with the combination base that can do plastanium or spice or whatever I want to do. However, like I said, we were with the double weekends and all that stuff. We were so successful. I cannot store any more plastanium. Um, we're good. I mean, you could always use more, and I could sell it if I really wanted to. But apparently, I have a quest to get spice. Oh no, it's because of all the windows. All right. Um, but yeah, so my plan is to pretty much just go after spice. That's what we're going to be doing going forward. And for that, we have built out here. We are out in the D sector. As you could see from the fog of war stuff, I kind of scouted quite a bit before I found a place that I really liked. I haven't built out in the sands like this since they got rid of the control points. So I was used to some minor little areas and just tiny little outcroppings that you'd plop a base on. But now we've got way more options. But I built in the top of D sector. And the reason to do that is because I want to be out here. Previously, when I was built on the shield wall, I would be flying around or do something or whatever. And off in the distance, I would see a spice bloom. And then I would go scout it, and oh, yep, there it is. I'd have to go back to my base, which was, all the way down here, like over in here somewhere, right there, I think, yeah. And then I would have to get everything loaded up and ready to roll and fly back out and go to it. Most of the time it was okay, but sometimes there would already be somebody there harvesting, whether it was compacting or with the harvester themselves. So knowing that I just want spice, it's a little easier to just locate yourself out here. But it does require a change in the footprint. So here you can see we've got, of course, a drive-in, little garagey space. I thought about making it one of those that you just drop in and drop out, so there's actually no doorways. But I was about halfway through this, and a big spice bloom went off over there, and I was like, dude, I gotta go get that. That's what I'm out here for. And then I just got tired, so I just started putting up whatever wall you could see, and we just made a little garage here. But there is actually no processing of ores here. I don't have a large ore refinery. All I have as far as machines go is, of course, we got our big spice uh, refinery. You can see it goes way up there. And this pretty much dictates the way the building goes. I like to kind of corner it in there as small as possible. So as you can see, we barely even see it. We got a whole nother floor up there. I got a couple storage boxes. Something you should always build at your base in the deep desert is repair, just in case you need it. But if you do this, you also have to make sure that you bring everything that you're going to need in order to fix this. In fact, oh yeah, I can do it. I was going to say I probably can't fix everything I have. Sometimes they need like copper ingots and stuff, and your main base. You kind of get oblivious is probably the term, but maybe just get a little lazy about always having the materials you need. You forget what it actually is, or you don't even look. That's what I do. So you got to make sure you bring everything out, but it is very handy to be out here and to be able to repair stuff because it doesn't take much. It's just resources, you know. But that's in case you come out here and you're like, oh, great, I don't have, see, I don't have any of this. I don't have any spice-infused dust, so I can't do weapons and I can't do fancy armors. But that's okay, they're in pretty good shape, so not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, I would build a repair. So large spice repair. We got ourselves not a whole lot of water, but it'll be enough. You only need about 70,000. Since we're going to be focusing mainly on just spice, it's not going to be drawn
Sector
as
weather
much.
alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Okay. I do build this. And the reason I do that is because on occasion when I'm out here, we'll need to build some fuel cells. I don't have any small little fuel cells, so the large vehicle ones, I can't make them yet, but I go out and get some, and it won't take much. I don't have a buggy, so it is hand. And a little box for just, you know, whatever I need to do that. We got a couple desk stills, and we got a box for bodies. We do already have some tenants that we could put in there. Whoop, there we go. Let's go ahead and place them. Get in there, guys. We're gonna make use of you later. When you go upstairs, we started doing a little more designing, so I started trying to be a little fancier. It's working and it's
Sector
not.
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
You see here we got more of the spice refinery thing. Put all my water tanks in here. It's actually 2 stories. We come up to this one. You can see it in there too. And my plan was to do the same thing with spice generators. But unfortunately, I did not bring enough complex machinery out for some reason. I don't know how that could have happened. Whenever I tear the bases down, I always just put it all into the carrier. And I had 2 of them before. So I'm not sure exactly what caused me. I mean, it had to be me because this thing doesn't break. So we are unfortunately short some complex machinery. So we're going to have to head back home to Haga and get that. I got a double hanger here. I've always fought with how big to actually make this thing, and I think I finally got the idea of it.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
It looks as though I do not have a top built on. Boy, I wonder if we've had some storms go through here. I did not pentashield this top section. There we go. Now we're water sealed. Did you get hurt? Let's see if she got hurt. It is quite possible. Wow. So we forgot that. And we paid a heavy price. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is why you don't do stuff late at night, because then you make stupid mistakes.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
So the only reason I noticed that was when I came out here, it said it was unsheltered. And I'm like, what the heck? Why is it unsheltered? And now we know why it's unsheltered. I'm not going to have enough welding wire to get this. Oh, I'm all stupid here. Yeah, we almost lost it. I wonder if I finished off that hangar off to the other side, so out of ammo. Alright. Well, no fear, because we have some of that laying around. I don't think I've taken it out of the box yet, though. The storms are much stronger out here in the deep desert, so that is why
Sector
we
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
lady, shut up. That is why we saw so much damage. Glad we caught it. Holy crap, man. That would have made me sad. Especially if I like took off. Yeah, we didn't even finish these parts. It got real late. I had to go to work. I was tired. I was grumpy. This is the result of laziness. It's my fault. But our little thopter should be just fine. Dude, those wings were close.
Sector weather alert.
I think it was like 1 o'clock when I shut everything down last night. So there you see the damage. I cut down our wings. Picked up quite a bit of extra damage on the wings. Alright, sorry, I gotta fix this, because I'm dumb. Did I already fix that, or did it just not take any damage? Let's see. If we come in... Ow. If we come in here... And we'll do some checking. Yeah, everything's repaired up, but yeah, we... Dog's nuts. Alright, well that's fixed. Go over here. She should be in great shape. Yeah, I mean, the wings were broken to begin with, but she didn't take any extra damage, so... Yeah, it was just the missing upper one. I had it... This is scary as hell. I had it set up and then made some changes, and I guess I just forgot that. Yep, gee. You know what? It's the price. The price we pay. But we're going to take that as a lesson learned. I need to make a box up here for 2 reasons. That's not how you make boxes, though. That is, right there. No, I don't want to heal. Thanks. We're making a box up here because we do, like, the dump box for all the... Well, that was strange. You can't see it, but I'm moving my mouse around. And nothing's happening. I can look around. Okay. Let's try to move something. And I don't have my mouse. Oh no. Did the storm mess us up that bad? I think it did. I think the storm caused some kind of an issue there. Alright, so we're going to just pop her off here into the corner. And we're going to do basically a combo box. I don't need that much welding wire. And I also don't need this much fuel, at least not right now. We'll keep that one since it's almost gone. And of course we always have a spare torch. So there you are. That'll work for now. As you can see, we have finally taken our armor off because we are, we're out here spicing. So we don't plan on doing a whole lot of fighting. But we do plan on doing a whole lot of running around in the sand. So that's why we changed our outfit. Let's go see what that one looks like, and then we'll talk about the outside of the base. Alright, so if you're fortunate enough to be out here when one goes off, a small will not have this plume. You can see the geyser effect going up. That doesn't happen with a small. And we are in the PvE section, so this is not possible to be a large field. So it appears as though we were rather smart about where we built, because we got our first customer of the evening. Still a little tight though. So unfortunately, you're going to have to wait a little bit for a tour on the outside. While the inside is nice and compact and exactly where I'm going for, because I've always made my bases a little too big, the outside is trash. So I admit it. I didn't even, it was late at night, so I'm still running with the Chome coloring. Gross. I would change that, but we have spice to get. So I'm not sure, depending on where I was, if I'd have seen this from the shield wall base. I probably would have. But there's no telling as to whether or not I would have been able to respond. As you can see, we're standing there yip-yapping. And, it's strange. Okay, so we saw this go off. It's been minutes. And it's already showing up as hugely compacted. Interesting. Alright, so first off, we're going to refuel here real quick because I don't want to make sure. Visual bug? I'm hoping. Easy way to find out would be to try to compact it, but we have a compactor, but we're not here to compact. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit down, and we are going to see if this horribly colored sand crawler is going to pick up anything. Because if it's just a visual bug, but it is actually there, we will know. Just a quick peek. There's 12. That was from turning on the vacuum right there. So let's see what we get when we come across. This is not a bad job of compacting. I mean, you left some patches, but somebody put in a lot of work to compact this whole thing. Okay, so that's interesting. As I'm going across it, it's leaving the standard trail. So yeah, I think we are just looking at a visual bug here. No, you stay that way. It scared me, actually, you know. Come over here and there's already patches gone. And be like, who's out here? Alright. Is there a bunch of spice in there? There is. Visual bug. Funcom, fix this. It angers me. It doesn't really anger me. It's a little annoying. I've done this enough to where I think I'm going to be alright to harvest this. You know what I wonder if everybody sees it like this, or if it's just a me thing. Now, normally, I play it very safe. I'll do like 2 or 3 stripes across a medium field before we lift off and get some cool down time so the worm doesn't come and get angry at us and try to kill us. But we are going to play this a little tougher. We're going to be a little more risque. For no reason other than we want to. I'm going to clear off everything on the top of this little hill here. Which I shouldn't have to go back over this part. Maybe right here I will. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over it. But I'm going to break this one up because of... oh, everyone sees it. Alright. So I wonder now if I, like, I try to get all of it. I try to get all the spice. I'm here. I'm going to try to get everything clear. I wonder if I do this completely. Ooh, we got a patrol. I wonder if I completely clear this, like go over it multiple times. And, completely clear the spice field. And then it goes off. I wonder what it looks like for people if maybe they won't see anything. You are far too late, Mr. Shai-Hulud. For we are gone. That's a little unnerving. Flying blind. The worm breach. So like I was saying, I was going to push that top portion just because I don't want to have to go back up there. But this one's got a lot. So I think what we'll do, we're going to go right up the center, right up to the ridge that we just cleared. And then we'll work to the right. Northwest, but that might push us a little bit. Oh, he's still there. Okay, easy. Get a drink. So maybe we can get this in 2 shots. I don't know. I'll give him, you know, I'm so excited I'm choking on my own spit. Oh my gosh. So, Worm Patrol mechanics. If you have the music on, that's how I knew there was one going about. I don't know how well you guys can hear the music and the sound. I kind of try to favor my voice because, you know, I'm so awesome. But the worms are always floating around. They're always somewhere. Whether or not they're mad at you is another question. But so what happens is there's a worm patrolling, and I'm dying here, man. What'll happen as he's patrolling and I'm making noise, he'll start getting closer. Now, what you're talking about there with the worm just cruising through, you didn't anger him, but he knows you're around, and he's just kind of going through to see what's going on. He's trying to find you, so he's getting close. Um, I've had that happen where I'll just be doing something, and then all of a sudden I'm up in the air like I'm surfing on a wave. That was a patrolling worm. Who knows where I'm at? He's just not mad enough to cause problems. So, like right now, I'll be quiet, except for choking. All you hear is wind and my crawler. But then eventually, there'll be this music that plays that's trying to be ominous. And that is letting me know that a patrolling worm has gotten very close and is getting somewhat agitated by my presence. They made a change to the game a while back that if you touch a worm anywhere, it's going to kill you. It used to be he had to eat you. And it did cause some problems because I did actually a short one time where I was running from a worm and he got me. And it just like threw me up in the air. I think he breached on me. And I managed to get out and get back to land. That was back in the days before they made it so that just coming in contact with a worm is supposed to be fatal. That's what kind of scares me about the patrolling worms, is because you'll see them like a dolphin coming through the water. They'll breach the sand sometimes, and if you end up touching that spot, does that kill you? I have not tested that, mainly because it just hasn't had a situation where it's occurred. Um, the solo spice video I have, in the very beginning of that, shows you one of those close encounters where a dude just rolled right on through. And I'm like, hey, what's up, bud? If he'd have been just a little closer, or if I'd have been on that hillside when he breached, I would assume he would have killed me. Hey, that half is done. Here's somebody. That's somebody I know, or is that somebody that's going to cause me problems? Unsure as to where that individual went. Yeah, you did. You did ride the worm. Alright. I would assume that that was an individual who was just coming out here to make a name for himself with riches and wonders, and saw a big spice bloom because I still have the thing going off. And then unfortunately when he got here, oh, he's still there. Unfortunately, he saw that I had already cleared a big chunk of that field. I was going to go over and do that, but with somebody else here, I was kind of a little hesitant. I want to make sure he's not messing with me. I'll drink some water like we always do. And since a person... Oh my gosh. There's people everywhere out here tonight. What is going on? Shoo. Shoo, shoo. Somebody went that way and somebody was over there. Just a poor guy trying to get some spice here. So there is an advantage to... Trolling worm. And when Funcom says that they made it so like the worms are going to kind of linger more after a breach, this is what they're talking about. Is they're going to... Well, there you can see it, how he breached the surface a little bit. It's so bad I don't trust anybody. So I'm wondering if he thumpered me. But it would have breached if he had. So I think he just came out to get spice and then was very sad with the fact that I had already started in on it. Sorry, bud. My God. There we go. Okay. We should be doing pretty good, right? Yeah, baby. The first thing I planned on doing tonight was going back to Haga to get the complex machine or the advanced machinery that I needed. But fortuitous spice bloom right next door. I can't argue with that. Always turn your carrier when it's moving forward or back. It's so much better. That's a shame because a couple weeks ago I saw a bloom go up and I came across it, and as I was flying up I saw the compactor marks. And I was like, oh, somebody's there getting it. So I just flew past. Maybe they weren't. I never did see anybody, but once I saw the compactor marks, I never did get close enough to investigate. I didn't want to pressure anybody, make them feel bad, make them think something bad's happening. Hmm. So I realize that silence is not a good thing on a stream, but I'm trying to keep quiet so that when the music starts, you'll hear what I'm talking about. That and all the shadows are scaring the crap out of me. It always happens at sundown. Ah, see? Oh, I think we did that line up poorly. We're on a tight schedule here, guys. We can't be compacting or crawling. Creativity. I just, like in any game, I'm sitting here tilting my head. What an idiot. Mmm. Yep. Fear the music. We're still doing good. I mean, surprised we haven't had something. I don't believe in luck, so we're going to go ahead and run our mouths. I don't really want to say this, but I'm gonna. Um, worms. Worms are nothing in this game. The only time you're gonna die from a worm is when you do something dumb. They're very predictable. You may not think you do, but you've got plenty of response time for them. And it's only when there's some kind of a goofball glitch or something that happens that you actually fall victim to a worm. Like in the beginning days, I was like terrified, like, screaming. And, the more I've gotten used to it, see, he's right up there. But we pointed the proper direction. It happened at a decent time. And we're gone. We do have to be concerned with the fact that we're in a valley, so if he does come straight over here, he might breach right there. We had plenty of time. Bye, dude. I'm not saying that you don't... The only reason they're nothing to me is because I respect them. I understand why they're here, and I understand what they do and how they do it, and I don't operate outside of that constraint. I don't fight the system, you know? I don't complain that I'm not high enough in the air. I always get high enough in the air. Once you figure them out and it makes sense, they're not part of the equation anymore. I know that's why they changed it and made it so that the worms could have what they called a close breach. Well, that would be in the bad area. Under normal circumstance, I may not be so uptight about going, but I don't know. Oh, a little bird just told me I'm supposed to go south. Oh. That's why you join a guild, folks, because then you have friends. And then you overheat because you're running your mouth, but that's okay. Oh, dude, if you want this, hit it, man. Do you not have your carrier out here? You can use mine to be like in the old days. Oh, I don't know if you have if you got spice in yours already, you may not be able to pocket your Thopter, but once you get used to them, like like I'm saying, once you understand how they operate and you know, I mean, if you challenge them and be like, hey, I'm gonna stay out, I don't care about worm sign, you're gonna get 8. That's gonna happen. But they give you enough time, they give you enough warning. Yeah, there's some bugs that could happen, silliness, but for the most part, they're understandable. Let's take a look around. And fuel-wise, we're doing pretty good. Oh, I don't think I have any more fuel, do I? It's a good thing my base is right behind us. another good reason why we're out here in the sand portion. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to land. I'm going to push it until we get worm sign. So instead of being smart, we're going to be dumb. And I need to be careful. Look at this. Oh, look at my crawler. Wow, she is hurt. I didn't get any messages that says, you know, tread is about to break or your Regis container is about to break. It does message you and let you know that you're about to experience problems. Oh, we got the wings out already. Carrier is ready to roll. I was trying to find a way to change my in-game name. I wanted to match the channel name. I didn't know that mattered when I first signed up for the game. When it said create a character name, I thought that's what the game was going to call me, not what it would show up everywhere. So I made that little bit of a mistake, and I was looking for ways to transfer servers in order to fix that, because that's the only way you can do it. But it appears as though changing servers does that. It's going to require you to enter a name. So we might be able to fix that. And then they announced that it's going to be delayed for another month. And I'm like, this game is always making me decide how important something actually is, you know? Can I just exist? Still no music change. Okay, so this is the point where normal Jackrabbit would be taken to the air. But Danger Rabbit, he's going to push it even farther. We're going to see exactly what happens. Ideally, I would like to be closer to the carrier than farther away when it happens. So we're already not cool with it being that far back, but it is what it is. Again, still no music, so we can kind of push things a little bit. But the key thing for solo harvesting when a worm shows up is to make sure you pick up the vacuum. By picking up the vacuum, you get a boost in speed. And that lets you cover ground much faster. Also, I'm thinking about the fact that I'm going to have to kick turn a little bit because we exit from the left side of the vehicle. So now we move to the wrong side of the vehicle. My time in the sand is telling me he's going to breach soon, so I would love to get the entire field, this half of the field done. That would be awesome. I haven't really tested it that much, but as far as I know, like sitting in the sand and not doing anything still calls them. Man, I cannot believe they're letting me be here this long. There we go. All right, so we're going to pull up the C. He's back there. Gonna kick. Jump out. Got a little crazy there with the viewfinder, huh? And we're just gonna go straight up. Look how far away he was still. See how it's still a red line? That means you're still in danger. Now it's not. Now we're okay. You have plenty of time. It's scary the first couple times, and a lot of times what you'll do is it'll happen, and then you'll freak out and make things much worse. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna watch him for a while and see what he tries to do. We did good, man. Look at that. We got almost that entire half of that field. We were only a swipe or two away. Bastard. We'll get it all, though. You remember when the glitch, when they launch? Oh, at launch, when the worm would just start flying in the sky. I have seen those as well. Yeah, that was a fun time. I never saw one go way up. I've seen some videos people made of some shorts that they captured where those guys were like sailing through the sky. Excuse me, I had one in Haga that breached and he went up in the air, but he did eventually come back down. Those were fun times, though. Sky Halud. It's also, you'll see some of the early information people would always say that, you know, oh, get up to 500 or from 450 to 500 and you'll be safe. Nice kick. You'll notice we're at 350 right now and we're on the ground. We're going to test that tonight, aren't we? He came back around, but he was a little too far over that way. So if I start harvesting now, we should have a very short time of it. You know what? While we're waiting. Wow. Wow. This thing's barely running. I think at 10% is when it's going to tell me, dude, you got to go fix this stuff. Wow. Okay, well, the music went away, so I think we're in good shape. If not, we'll deal with it. I can't see anything because I'm just looking at the smoke. Why is that happening? Oh, I know why. Because my engine's fragged. So when I built my base, we'll get a look at it when we go back there. I was going to build basically like a hawk's nest which is, you can see that big pillar right there behind us, that spire, where you build up on top of it. Since I'm not really too concerned about Plastanium this go around, I don't need I'm hearing stuff. I don't need ground vehicles. So if I had made this... Oh, we got music starting again. But if we had made a base that was up in the air like that, you're pretty much dictating, hey, I'm just going to do air power from this point on. But since your crawler could fit in a real small spot, and like I said about possibly making it so we could fly it in and drop it into a little pocket there in the main hangar, but it just didn't work out the way we wanted for us to be able to do that. But I thought about the option, and I built one of those hawk's nest once up on top of a spire, and it was really cool, and I thought it was really awesome. And then throughout the course of the week, I ended up referring to that as my yeet base, because that's what it did every time I tried to land in it. It was yeet me out. So I'd land my thopter, and then just all of a sudden, we're gone. So I was like, you know what? Let's maybe not do that too often. I guess if you built a pretty expansive base up there, I had to have apparently been close to some kind of little too close to the landscape or something to that effect. Smoke is killing me. Yeah, he tried. I think even if another spice field blows here, we're gonna have to hello. We're gonna have to get some repairs done. I did bring out extras, so it's fine. Well, they're looking at me now. Get these last little pieces, and life will be done. No, I've got plenty of supplies. I'm just too dumb to use them, man. Thank you, though. But yeah, I called it my yeet base because it just kept throwing me all the way out. Oh, that's helpful. We gonna make it? We were at what, 15s, right? I do have to be careful because I'm getting all cocky and staying when much longer than I should. And there is the possibility that if something breaks, we are dead in the water. So if I lose a tread or that motor, the engine. That would be a very inconvenient breakdown. Although lore accurate. Holy cow. Kind of would be honored if it happened, you know? Come on, baby. Get up in the air. There you go. Oh. What kind of ramshackle operation is this? Boop. Oh, that was a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. All right, this last little patch, and then that'll be 2 fields that we have cleared off in the first hour. It is not bad. This is a turn with no forward motion, so literally we're just reversed, the treads to each other, and that's how she spins. But if we want to have some forward motion while we're trying to turn, as you can see, yeah, we do cover ground, but look at how much faster we're getting around this circle. So, well worth it. I'm on the wrong side, but we just landed, so we've got plenty of time. All right, Smokey, let's get out of here. Two fields down. If these were emergency repairs, I could set down on any one of these little rock areas, and it would be fine. I could do the repairs I had to. So say we still had some spice back there to get, I would hit the ground, repair it on site. But since we got time. So here is where my base is built, and I was going to, as I said, do a hawk's nest, but then I remembered the yeet base, and no, I don't want to test it. That might have been fixed by now. I don't know if anybody else has experienced a similar thing. But that was my experience. I haven't done it since. Probably could. So we built one here in the ground. I started some exterior designing and was paying attention to that until I got tired of it because the spice blew like right over there, and I was like, ooh, that's why we're here. So I went out to get it. So I just had to seal it up. That's probably also why I forgot the upper portion. But that. And then we just did basic foundations and walls. But it's a little different than what I normally have. And this is what I use when we go out to just get spice. Oh, let's get out of the rocks. I have to remember this hanger design, though. I'm going to actually, keep it in mind, because this works well for us. It's a little tricky doing this, because you got to let her go down, and then, we end up doing that. I do that until she hits the end. And now I know that the wings are in. You don't have to do that. You don't have to have the wings in. I just like it. It bothers me when they're sticking out. Like, it's funny because I say it bothers me when they're sticking out, but I have absolutely no problem with this thing sticking through the wall. Actually, I do kind of have a problem with it, but not enough to fix it right now. One fault that I have here, though, is I'd like to have a way to get from there to here better than what I just did. I don't think there's a faster way. Also, I ran out of space for the ramp. That horrible. Let's get her in here. Come on, princess. There you go. That is good enough. So we need to get you fixed up, because you're making me sad. So these are a set of dampened treads. They're the first dampened treads I ever made, and they're months old. So I really got a lot of use out of them, but they are definitely over 50%. For PvE spice harvesting, these are fine, and I'll push these things until they're ridiculous. Once they get to about 25%, that's when it starts to become kind of problematic. I want to at least be able to get through an entire field before it breaks. As you can see there, we went from 15 down to 10 in half a field. So once we get to about 25, we'll be down to 15. That's a little sketch. But we're not there yet, so we're going to keep running. Standard PSU, and I did have a Walker engine in it, and I didn't like it, so I stuck this one in. We're fine there. Same thing with this. This is an upgraded Regis Spice container, which means it holds way more. and we're going to run it till it breaks. What this does, though, is this makes this carrier, or this crawler, not a deep desert PvP section option. I would not want to take this out there to the point where somebody could come up and damage it. Okay. But for it to be where someone could come up and damage it, this thing is already way too hurt. It would take nothing. Just a few rockets would probably put this in the ground. So, in safe areas, absolutely, we're going to run it till it dies. If the rest of the guys in my guild were like, hey, we're going to head out and we're going to go out to the deep desert, the big ones, up to the big spice fields. You want to come grab them? And I'll be like, I'll do Overwatch, or I'll drive for somebody. I can't take this thing out there. So if you never go out into the PvP section, run it till it breaks, man. My personal attitude is I'm going to use it until it becomes a pain in the butt. As soon as it's a pain in the butt, now it's a pain in the butt. Now we got a whole nother option, or a whole nother issue. Right now, it's not. It's not that much of an issue for me. You still have stuff in you too, don't you? No, it doesn't. Okay. So what I'm going to do here real quick. This box was just from construction when I was putting the base together. I still have some things I have to build. I don't have any other power except a single generator. I have a spice generator. That's the only thing. Just one. I need to build another one, but I ran out of those complex machines. So we're going to dump all this stuff over here. We're going to put the spice that we just collected in. And then we got to go back to Haga and get things underway because we are a little bit inhibited right now. So I'm going to go here and we're going to drop all of this stuff in there. Most of what you're seeing here is the wind turbines. I don't have them yet. And in fact, I don't have a whole lot of wind traps either, so there's some of that left. It's not the only box that I used for that stuff. But we got that empty. Let's get some... oh, look at all the spice. So we got 3 batches here, plus we're over halfway on a 4th one. That is awesome. Can't fit it all in that box. I can't turn this machine on. I cannot turn this machine on. If I turn this machine on, she's going to break. It's going to shut my power down on my base. That is sad. The wind traps on the top are really the only thing I've got going. And if I'm not mistaken, you're off, right? Sure is. And all these guys are off too. So I could, if I really wanted to, throw some regular generators down, get some fuel cells in them, and get it going. But no, in all honesty, the way I look at this is I'm just paying for my my mistake, my lack of preparation and planning. I don't know what you want to call it. This box originally I was going to use for melange as I make it, the melange and the residue, but apparently, oh, hitting the wrong button too. Apparently we have this thing filled with a bunch of silliness. So we'll just stick all of this back into the carrier, at least for now. Carrier container, sorry. That's what this is for, but we'll figure it out later. Right now, I got to get a trip back into Haga. Because, see that? I was running outside. I'm so used to not having the ability to get to the hangars from inside. Okay, we're going to take a quick tour of the base. So normally I run 5 filters. I didn't have the power to run them, so we only did 4. And that was okay because we had the initial startup. In my carrier container, I have like 20 liter johns worth of water, so if it really comes down to it, I just pump them from there. But yeah, we got 4 there. and I haven't put a single generator, wind turbine, up here. So this is an obvious spot where two of them are going to go. And we do have this little section that I haven't finished out yet. I think I could put some right here as well. Hopefully they aren't too close to the wall to cause problems. Uh, we just eventually started putting whatever wall, like this part area here, we were kind of designing, and then we just got to the point where it's like, dude, let's just get some walls up so that we can get going. That's why it looks so silly. But the key things here is the hanger system. I like it, works really well, and I needed to bring more water. Also, my normal door, I do 2x2. This time I decided, you know what, dude, do a 3x3. Love it so much better. The buggy can get in pretty easy. I don't have one out here. The sand crawler in a 2x2 door, actually it was a 3x2 door, would scrape, and it was hard to drive because like I'm looking into the ceiling while I'm doing it. This makes life so much easier, although this is just a straight shot in and out. This is how you build bases. Set one up, see what works, see what doesn't, see what you like, what you don't like. And from then on, like my next time I come out here to build something, it may not look exactly like that, but we're probably going to keep the attached thing. On my combo base, it's way over here versus the bigger hanger. I think we're going to do one more over because, like I said, that it works, but it's a tight fit. So maybe 5, but we're going to see if we can make this 4 work. But overall, it's working out a lot better. And then we'll start worrying about appearances and how things look on the outside. Even so, I usually only pay attention to functionality. That's what I'm big on. So that's what I pay attention to. And so far, functionality is not too bad. But we're going to head back to Haga. Small? Yeah. I'm going to head back to Haga right now. And we got some materials to pick up. And I want to show you something, too, while we get there. What's up, dude? I see you. You doing all right? That's my buddy. Yeah. Put your head down. He's had a tough evening. Cause I had some French fries that I made, and I gave him a couple. And the last one I gave him, I don't know what happened, but it didn't go down right. It got stuck. He started kind of hacking. So I dropped everything and was like checking him out. And I was like, you all right? And then all these French fries came out. And I'm like, dude, I just gave you like 3 or 4 French fries. And he was super excited about it. So excited, he just threw them all up all over the kitchen floor. And they were gone by then. Like, I'd eaten the rest of them. So I didn't have any more to give him. And I didn't want him to eat those. I mean, he'd have probably been happy as hell to eat them. That's just gross. I couldn't look at you the same. I don't look at you the same anyway. You're gross. I know you are. He's getting old. I think I've mentioned it before. He is 14. He'll be 15 this year, which is pretty good for a dog, especially a mutt. Well, he's not a mutt. He's an American Bulldog, so he's a bigger breed. They sometimes run into problems. Sadly, we're getting ready, you know. I've had a lot of pets that have passed. It's not a good time, but you get through it. Mrs. Rabbit and I were talking, and she asked if, once he does go, if we want to get another dog or if we want to be dog-free for a little while. And I think it's kind of funny because we're both saying that, you know, we'll go dog-free for a little while. I don't expect we will. I don't know if you're big on pets. I am. I like dogs better than cats, just because dogs are more useful. But cats can be cool. Cats can also be an asshole, but so can dogs. So, but they're part of the family, aren't you? I mean, he hangs around. He doesn't run out the door. He could leave anytime he wanted to. He knows how to jump the fence, so he wants to stay here. So I guess we're doing pretty good. I don't know. Okay, so we're overshooting Haga for a reason. We're going to enter in here like we normally do. That's a good answer, Jiggy. Exactly. It's not really that it does. Oh my gosh. It does collect more, but only because it's, a big vacuum going over versus a compactor. Shield turns fast blow. Admits the slow control. Okay, so the reason we came here is you've seen me come here a bunch of times as we're heading to our monastery base. We took it down. With server transfers coming, and especially expecting within the next week or two to have to move, we'd been kind of hee-hawing about it and talking, and whether or not I wanted to keep the base here. I loved this base. I thought it was really cool. It was the first time I actually tried to design something. My original base that I did in Haga South was what's up, Ripper? How you doing? Caught the show again, buddy. got about an hour left. About 40 minutes. But yeah, I built my first base over at Haga South was just whatever. And then when I moved to the Vermilius Gap, that base literally became almost like a strip mall type thing, if you know what I'm talking about, where I built the main base that was pretty much a copy of what I had when I first got there. And then as more options opened up, I added things, and it just kept adding on to it. It was just a conglomerated mess. I did do some readjusting, but honestly, the footprint had already kind of been committed. So when I used to be right over in there, right on the edge. When I got to duraluminum phase, is when I built a base out here. Um, there was no one on this rock, so I built mine, and it worked incredibly well. I was able to use the buggy to go mine jasmine, which got so much more results, and it just catapulted me through duraluminum phase. And then I also used it for deep deserting stuff. I didn't have spice refining here, but I could come in and drop stuff off here much faster than I can get to my other base and shoot, go back. It was a great place for staging as far as getting the irradiated slag to make spice fuel generator cells. But I kind of outgrew this. And with server migrations coming, I knew I would probably have to move. And I didn't want to move two bases. And also, if there was anybody else that could make use of it, that actually is a decision I should have made a long time ago, because now my server's locked, so there aren't new players. There might be returning players, but not new. But yep, we tore it down. So no more monastery base for the old JRM or JRM. That teardown was kind of surreal too. I was like, man, I've had this base for a long time, and it served so well. But I couldn't see going to a new server eventually, wanting to move two bases, and I don't even know if you can. But yeah, I couldn't see keeping a Jasmine base down there. Worst case scenario now, if I have to, I can just bring the carrier, the carry-all in the container with a buggy inside of it, and I can get more jasmium and just keep bouncing back and forth than I could ever need. But I did make sure to go down there and harvest quite a bit, enough to fill the reserves up, so the duraluminum box is completely full with some extra. And I got a bunch of jasmium in reserve if I need it again. I don't know. We shall see. But we still got old home sweet home. Crashing a little bit here. Alright, so what do I need from here? I need, in order to continue building power so that I can build more stuff, I need to get some complex machinery. Still don't know why I didn't have it in the first place, but whatever. Not complex machinery, advanced. This stuff. I don't know how much I need, so we're just going to bring them all. All 226 of them. Take that. Tell me I don't have enough to do something. This number I'm ecstatic about, guys. Plasteel plate. I was going to make a video about it, but if you have access to the overland map, do the missions that require you to go to the crash ship, the Taiki, because all of the chests are in there have this. Normally you got to get that from the deep desert. I think that might be a change from, where is it? One of these things. I don't know if one of these kicked it into place. But all of a sudden I noticed that I'm getting plasteel plates out of the wreck of the Taiki, and I go there all the time. So that's huge. Why does that matter? I could just do the reconstruction tool and take 3 bases in it. Yeah. Gone already, though, and I didn't make a copy of it. Fond memories. Let it go in its way. But yeah, so that's... We got at least that material. The other thing I know that I might need is some bodies. Yeah, see, we are completely full on duraluminum. And got a pretty good amount of jasmine. Oh! Turned the corner a little too tightly there. I don't know if I'm going to need these guys, but I'd rather take them out there and not need them than the other way around. 6 should be good. Actually, it has to be good because I don't think I can fit any more. Makes me wonder also why I was short on these materials. That's going to bother me, not knowing why I was short on them. Everything else we should be great on. I don't need it, but you know what? I'm going to grab a couple fuel cells because I've been running on nothing. I can make them out there. 3 should be fine. Tell you what, it is kind of nice to only have one base to worry about now. Ooh, you've been living in your base since early July. Yeah, I moved to where I'm at now probably around the same time. It was after the Masquerade War. One vehicle in your backup vehicle tool, and the other vehicles you could detach them, put them in storage containers. You could move your base. It's really simple. Hope it is. We're about to experience it. I just have to make the decision as to whether or not I want to go early or not. Again, if I was just going to be super solo man, then I could, but gotta make sure we know where the guildies are going. Yes, sir. What's up? Okay. I tell you, I'll make a deal with you. Okay. I will take you out, but you've got to let me get into the base, and it's not the simple one. This one's out in the sand. Well, it's because of the week. This was a spice week. It is a spice week. It's already been decided. I can't change it. We will go, I promise, but you just have to wait. We are 10K away from the base. Okay. It's the builder. I said we'll go. You have to wait. It's one thing he is not good at, ladies and gentlemen. Just waiting. All right. Okay, back up though. Not near the computer guy. Come on. All right, we're 8K. So we're going to land here real quick, and then once we get inside the safety of our base and we're water sealed once again, I'm definitely going to have to hit the little button here, and we're going to have to go on a quick break. Take him out. Mrs. Rabbit's not home, so it's just the me. And he's not going to stop. So we'll land. I'll shut the motor down, and then we're going to hit the Be Right Back screen. Give me a few minutes to take him where he needs to go. He's pretty quick about it. Kind of looks ridiculous with the wings being bright orange. Everything else being good. I think I pointed that out because I've been running on a crappy motor, a broken, almost broken scanner, and the engine and the generator, I believe these things have, for a long time. But I rode them into the ground, and then I was finally like, dude, it got to the point where I could repair it up and I'd fly around. I wouldn't make it to wherever I was going and back again without smoke coming out. So, yeah, another spice field. Where are we at? We're in D sector, so we're getting close. We'll check it out. Looks like a small, and it looks like we're going to cross over into PvP here real soon. Yep, that is a small. Right on the edge, huh? If that was a medium, we would do it. Even though it's in the PvP section, we can get away real quick, real easy. In fact, you could probably park the carry-all in the safe zone and drive into it if that was a medium, but no, it does not appear to be. So we are going to park. I got to take him out. Probably grab a cup of coffee while we're there. Already got 2 fields, so I can't be too greedy. And then we'll do the last half hour, finishing up the base out here a little bit, and then we'll talk about the future. So, if you guys will give me just a few minutes, I know he'll be happy. My left leg is completely asleep, so I might have to need some little extra time. Oh, I was sitting poorly. All right, my problem, not you guys'. I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, we are back. Crisis averted. He has officially peed and pooped. That's why he was getting so yodely. But also got a chance to make some coffee, so we'll stop yawning. I looked at Chatter Rocks, what you were saying there. I kind of have the same thing. My Haga base is kind of specific, so I do have to be a little bit careful as to where I go, which is another thing that's kind of prompting me to move a little sooner rather than later. Right now, let's empty out all the stuffs we brought along, which isn't much. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to bring some materials out of our cargo carrier. I definitely know I need those, so we'll just bring them over. And let's see. We're going to need some of these, probably a bunch. Probably going to need some of them too. I'm going to bring that over because it's going to come in eventually. I think we'll just do it this way. Let's just bring all of this stuff. Might need those. Bring those over just in case. Now we're just going to fill it up with other silly stuffs until this goes all the way up. I don't need any structures, at least not now. That'll be a good thing to put in there. Maybe some of that. Let's bring those over just because. And I didn't build any lights. A small base like this, the lighting's not such a problem. In the bigger constructions I do, that is not the case. That should be great. We should be able to build everything we need. Okay, so first thing that I want to do is I want to bring up inventory, switch this over, because I did place it even though I couldn't build it. So this will be a good test. Hey, we got everything we need. Shoot. Do you. Go ahead and stick that in there, and I got 15 days worth of fuel in both of these units. Hooray. Got nothing to worry about there. So it's time to get this bad boy started. Huge difference. Voila. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff in here. How many can we make? 2? Still with some left over. That's the wrong box. I'll tell you, man. I'm telling you. Oh, good. We got it completely empty. Sweet. Probably make at least one more, right? Yeah. One more and halfway to the next one. One thing I am missing, though, is I used to have like those little outposts on top of the base that I could go check out the world around me. Oh, we're just going to climb up here now, huh? Well, I had no idea where that one came from. Could get some vertical staking units, build a post out there. We got other things to worry about right now. So, power-wise, we're at 1,200 out of 2,000. I want to make at least another one of these. Since we aren't doing heavy grade production for Plastanium and stuff, so there is really no ore refinery, and I'm only going to have the medium chemical refinery up when I'm making, you know, fuel cells. We can play it a little bit closer, a little bit more by ear, but I don't want to completely do that. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to build a one more of these bad boys. Never even shut these off to be owner stuffs. Horrible. Good. There we go. So I'm going to put some of these turbines up here. Oh yeah, we're great. Come on. I can't do it because this is too tall. Forgot about that. So I'm going to put 2 of them. Just right here. Easy there, big guy. And they're not running right now, but I still have the power available. So I should be able to build this. Oh, it barely fits in there. Look at that. We'll move them around. Get a little bit of better spacing. And that's where those 5 go. Alright. Just for giggles. Where does that put? Oh yeah, we're at 14. We still got 600 left. That's awesome. Alright. So we're about to add another 700 to the whole process. I'm going to do it through here. Just because it's easier and it's split in between them. If I want to make more, I can. I guarantee you there's way more lubricant in those than I ever need. There we go. So we got spice going, 3 batches. We're 1.5 ways towards our next one. Inside here. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. Inside here, like I said, I got liter johns full of water in case I need them. And I've got brand new dampened treads and a brand new Regis. So in the event that my guild was like, hey, we're going out there, I would switch these out and we'd be okay. I got another engine as well. It's the Walker one. And I got a regular one here. So even though I'm running everything into the ground, run it till it breaks, I bring up the backups. So I've got backup pieces if I need to. So we're actually okay. Definitely okay enough to continue making silliness. One thing I'm going to do is come out here and figure out where my closest block O fuel cells are. Because spice refining is definitely harder on your fuel cells than doing mining with the buggy. Since I don't have to make anything except fuel cells with this, I don't need to worry about having that super efficient buggy one. I'll go ahead and pick these up. I don't need this scrap metal. I don't know if there's another one. I haven't really checked this island out that much. Pretty sure there is some Stravidium over here. Yeah. Oh, look, I got both. I got a good amount of space over here. I could have built over here. That's got to mean something, doesn't it? Got like the same handprint the Hand of God does on the moon. Kind of freaked out. We'll grab this second one here. Got 330. So that should be plenty. I think it takes like 60 or so. So we'll get, what, 5 or 6 fuel cells out of that. Large ones. We did bring quite a few with us, but and there were some in there as well. So one thing I want to do for sure is I want this on a separate circuit. We'll put it on 5. And I'll show you why here in just a second. Boop. So we got 330 power cells. That's fine. We'll keep those on us. And for this bad boy, I'm going to switch this to circuit 5. Oh, no, I'll leave it on circuit 1. And we'll do circuit 5 as well. So this outputs to circuit 5. And that's what this is. Actually, I think I have to put that to circuit 1, right? No. Outputs to circuit 1. Well, I'll tell you what. We can tell this way. If I want to make some fuel cells right now. There you go. I can make 4. We have the power. Hey, He-Man. Okay, so going out to circuit 5, going into circuit 5. So we should be good to go. We're not going to make enough for it to happen, though. But we'll go ahead and make them. I think we got the production bonuses, so things are coming out real quick. I thought I'd get more than that. I really did. I'm not bringing my... I mean, I brought my buggy. It's in the carrier container, so I guess if I had to. I don't want to do that, though. We're going to put... all of those in the box upstairs. Boop. I guess we'll move you guys down so we could put things more in. There we go. All right, we're back up and running. I think that'll be fine for what we're doing. It's kind of neat to experiment a little bit, change up the base functionality, and it has been a while since I did just a straight up base just for spicing. The only thing I really need right now. Everything else is doing good. We have farmed what we needed to farm. I have not done... Yeah, okay. Repair costs and refining time, so that's why it was going so fast. I haven't done any of these, so we're at 10. Shame on me. I don't even know what directions I want to go in, because I haven't looked at it since we shut it down the other day. Obviously, combat, we want to go up at level 53. We're doing pretty darn good there. We are just at the point where we're going to finally see something that's not a skill point bonus, which would be good. And then we got another long run before we get some stamina increase. I would really like to get that, but 66 versus 54 is quite a long ways to go. We moved up to level 41 here. Definitely want to get something to finish this off so we can do garment attachments. You know what, man? Hell yeah. So I guess 45 as far as the crafting goes. Exploration, for me, kind of has died down a little bit. This compactor area would definitely be cool. The rest of the stuff is kind of like, yeah, whatever. Until we get further along. Because... that might be nice, but definitely not something to chase. Jackpot yields are cool. Pickup yield, this is huge, but it's 58. So we got a long way to go before we get to that. But less inventory volume, that's going to be nice. This was the big issue about it. Combined with this here, no, I'm sorry. This one here with your backpack volume going up, it's so great to be able to put 2 bodies in if you have like 2 desk stills instead of doing 1 back and forth. But this will make that even better. But we're doing all right with it now, so that's foreseeable. The only thing that I'm really stoked about. Level 50 here. Be great to get another inventory slot. And then after that, I'm not questioning. Because it's just making the stuff that we're already doing, you know, somewhat better. Till we get here. Dropping the sandworm threat's always a good thing. And then, of course, getting special explorer helms. And then right after that, we get another row. So 70s are great, but we're not even at 50. Combat I kind of went over where yeah, it'd be cool to get the helmet, but honestly, I'm just in it for the stamina and the health increases plus the combat specialization, so the damage mitigations. But we're not really doing too many things that are requiring this, and to be honest, like even doing the high level dungeons and stuff, I'm doing like 50% more damage than I'm supposed to, and it still takes a while. Like I hit these guys and they'll just kind of like, haha. So not thrilled about that. And then of course we have good old sabotage. If anybody sees a value to all this stuff, let me know. I really don't anymore. Um, I mean, yeah, that's always kind of cool, but I've been away. Did you recognize this screen? Yep, you've been a while. Uh, so this is basically when you go into the skills tab, where you probably recognize this with the Sword Master and the Bene Gesserit, all of that stuff. Um, Down here you'll see it says specializations, or you could just hit the G, and that brings up these. You've got crafting there. You've got gathering. You've got exploration, combat, and then finally sabotage. And what these do is you need XP. As you can see, sabotage XP, I'm at 26 out of 178. So right here, I'm at 26 out of the 178 needed to get across this. And it tells you basically what it does. So scanning range is plus 15%. Here you get an extra skill point. Here you get 5% more health increase. If you just hover over them, they all make sense. The way you get this XP is by hitting L, which brings up the Landsrad, and you do these missions. So if I go do Smuggler's Run, I get 125 crafting in the XP category. You can do 35 of them a week. They usually give you 5 every day unless they do special events and crazy things. You, of course, get some money, and you'll get some Landsrad contribution points as well. You'll get some faction XP if you need it, and you get these things called house scripts, which you buy or you use to purchase different pieces of gear, pieces of equipment, and use that in order to make Regis components so that you can do all sorts of cool things. But that explanation would be for another time. These are little missions for the Overland map or Haga Basin. Oh, there you go. This one, see? You got to go build some surveillance devices and pop them up all over Haga Basin. It's kind of weird because this one gives you 1250 for Landsrad contributions, and you get 800 Solari, where most things give you 6 and 1,000. This one also doubles your XP, so 700 for this. I don't know why this one's so special, because it's not like it does anything. It's not that difficult. You just got to fly around and pop something down on the ground. I don't know that it takes any longer or shorter. Most of the missions I see give you less. Like 750. Where's a good 750 one? I don't know if I have a 750. No. Well, maybe I do. I need to look at the rest of these things. Huh. So, as of now, we just got time, and you know what? We're running out of time as far as a 2-hour stream goes. My next trip back to Haga, I just was explaining that. Just bought the game for the other half, so looking to get back into it. Good. Yeah, there's a lot to do now. A lot more than there used to be. I got to go pick up my color swatches that I got from the Landsrad stuff. Just remembered that sitting there looking at it, and of course we got to figure out what path we want to take for skills, and then for Landsrad stuff. So that would be a crash ship. One thing we're going to definitely do, I don't know why I can't get the button. There we go. I don't know why when you pocket these bad boys, it doesn't keep it in mind. Yeah, when you tear it down and put it in your pocket, or in a container or something like that, it loses its color swatches. So you have to go back in and do it again. Easy peasy though. Just quit your crying, man. There's a lot worse things going on in the world. But yep, yeah, there's that ship coming down. There we are. Spice Base is up and running. We got 3 batches going. We're 1.5 batches away from our next one, and we got all sorts of fun stuff going on here. I'm going to take a look at my outer walls, try to figure out a better plan on what we can and can't do. Wonder where that ship went down at. Right over there. Easy enough to answer that, huh? Look at that basalt right in the top. We have to... Those the same rocks? Yeah, those are the same rocks, man. Come on, Buncom. That close together? I mean, I don't expect you to make individual rock formations for every single thing out here, but come on, man. You can't have them looking at each other. Unprofessional. But we gonna keep on the spice. That was 2 full medium spice fields, got us 3 batches plus a half. So if we can do 2 more, that'll be 7 batches of spice, which is huge. I don't have a set amount. The crate is kind of full. I just kind of want to fill it up. Anything extra, I'll see if anybody needs in the guild. If they don't, I just sell it. And yeah. So that's where we are, guys. Well, that's a 2-hour mark. So I think it's time that we go. Should be on again Saturday. Don't see any reason why we won't. Oh, I want to point out something. I lost power like 3 times Monday because of the wind. There was wind and rain. And I got up and I was like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize that. And yeah, a neighbor's tree came down, knocked into like one of my trees. Didn't do any damage, but so we had a tree coming down. We had high winds, lost power multiple times. I was like, man, I am glad we weren't streaming at that point. Be freaking out. This is not a game to lose power in. Not when you can die out there in the sands. But yeah, looks like we're gonna have a great weekend. So besides getting caught up on outdoor work that I need to, yeah, it looks like spice out there. Maybe. Well, we'll just keep our eyes peeled. One of the good things about this is we could sit here in this base and 9 minutes? Are you kidding? I don't know how long it takes for me. Wow. I mean, I made 3 batches when I came out here. That's about... Go crafting. All right. Well, this is about to fill up, too. Go right back in where you came from. I thought I had time. Apparently I do not. Damn, Landsrad. Oh, great. Bonus residue. Just what I needed. I know that sounds crappy, but if you're not at the point where you're making huge batches of spice, then you don't understand what spice residue is. I've laid many a box of spice residue out in the sand. I just don't make enough filters to use it. I don't know why. I'm a deep desert base, a Haga base. Hell, I even had another base. I had 3 bases running, usually all the time, and still getting enough spice to keep making those things. You'll see. It's coming. Anyway, like I was saying, looks like we get great weather coming for the weekend, so I will be back on Saturday. We did get a little offset with getting the video out. I should have one out tomorrow. I've got a couple things I want to change on it, and one of them required this setup, so I needed to get this built. So we're going to get the footage for that here very shortly. So at least one between now and Saturday, maybe 2. I won't commit to 2. I'll say maybe, but we will get one out there. And then we got several planned for next week, dealing with mostly the whole concept of these changes, the server closures and how that affects us, and what people need to do and what we don't need to do. So, changes on the way. What can we do besides exist in it? Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. Appreciate all the comments. Remember, like, subscribe, share. All those things help out the channel and keeps us doing what we're doing. So I'm going to call it a night here. At least I don't have to take him out. He's already gone. But otherwise, as you know, I will see you out there. Take care, guys.